Hi, I'm Joe, Tim's doppelganger, speaking with Dr. Hand about circles, specifically their circumference and the radius and how they relate, as long as a couple real-world applications. So without further ado, here's Dr. Hand. Hello, children. I'm here to speak about circles, their circumference, the radius, how they relate, and real-world applications. Thanks for introducing me, Joe. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for repeating exactly what I just said. Are you making fun of me? No, not at all. Let's get going. They want to know this stuff. All right already. Don't rush me. Jeez. All right. A circle's circumference is the length around the outer part of the circle, or the distance traveled. The radius of a circle is the distance from the center of the circle to an outer point on that circle. They relate in the following formula: circumference equals 2 pi r. In other words, to determine the circumference of a circle, if you know its radius, you can multiply it by 2 pi. Okay, so what if you don't know its radius? Well, then you can't determine its circumference. But if you do know its radius, you can determine the circumference. Okay, so how does that relate to a real-world application? I'm glad you asked that, Joe. Let's say you had a bicycle wheel, and you knew the distance from the center of the wheel to the outer part of that wheel, but you didn't know how far the wheel would travel in one revolution. Could you figure it out? I don't know. You're the expert. Tell me. Jeez. Well, yes, you could figure it out. You'd multiply that distance, which is the radius of the wheel, by 2 pi, and that would give you the circumference. The circumference is the same as the distance traveled in one revolution of the wheel. Oh, so the circumference is the same as the distance traveled in one revolution of the wheel. That's amazing. Yes, thanks for repeating what I exactly just said. Hey, don't get short with me, all right? We're the kids are trying to learn this stuff. I'm just trying to help. I'm sorry. Anyways, circumference equals 2 pi r. Therefore, if you want to determine the distance traveled by one revolution of a wheel, you can measure the center of the hub, or the center point of the wheel, to the outer point of the wheel, the tire, and then multiply that by 2 pi, and that's the distance traveled. This is helpful when setting up odometers and cyclocomputers on bikes. Oh, cool. That was a cool explanation, Dr. Hand, and despite your shortness and rudeness toward me, I really enjoyed it. Thank you.